Yes,
right?
Beis Din is supposed to take charge and prevent all sorts of terrible things that are going on in society. That's their job. And there is no Beis Din that enforces it. Now we allow this.
Then who's the cops?
Who's the cops?
Yeah. Like if Beis Din is enforcing it,
Shoterim is Shoterim.
Want to go out there with
No, Sanhedrin is supposed to have a police force. It says Shofatim is Shoterim.
okay.
Read what Rashi and Rambam say. What's the Shofet? That's the judge. And what's the Shoter? That's the force that they use. The people with maklot who are enforcing this. You're supposed to have a police force that obeys the Sanhedrin, that's loyal to the Sanhedrin, and enforces what the Sanhedrin and the lower Sanhedrins are supposed to do. We have a major problem. We have look, before this whole alphabet business became the what it is today, which is ridiculous. Oh my God, especially in the Western world. Don't forget, strip clubs and prostitution were just as bad. How can we have such a movie theater? Movie theater is not as bad. Most people walk into the movie theater, especially if it's just showing what used to be Disney movies. Remember that? The Little Mermaid did not lead to any orgies or any bloodshed. It was basically pretty tame. But, you shouldn't have these things. I think I mentioned this when I came back from America. Main Street in Kew Gardens Hills forever had a classic movie theater. It looked like a movie theater out of a storybook. It was a fixture right in the middle of the Jewish neighborhood there in Queens. And even as the neighborhood became more from, the neighborhood always had two young Israels since at least the early 1960s. But right in the middle of Main Street, there was, next to the kosher pizza store, the kosher grocery store, everything kosher, was the movie theater. And I remember the neighbor woman saying, a bunch of us want to get together, offer a large enough bribe to the owners so they'll just take away that movie theater. And it persisted. You know what, thank God, finally killed the movie theater? The China virus. Thank God. That made them go under. And when I came back to Kew Gardens Hills this past March, movie theater was no more finally. And it's a good thing. Like I said, the neighborhood's becoming more frum. There's very little crime. People are on the streets. They're leaving their toys and bicycles and tricycles and other kiddie toys on the street right outside the houses. No fear. No fear of it being stolen, thank God. So it's become a frummer place. Sad, because we should have places like that here in our soil. They should just build new Jewish towns, which they're not doing for all those good Jews who are there in Queens. But at least the movie theater is gone, thank God. How can we allow a movie theater? Think about it. Cable TV, satellite dishes. Why does a person have a satellite dish? That the house I bought came with the satellite dish. I think it's still attached. I think it's still stuck to the side of the house somewhere. Why do you have that? Why do you need to bring that in? We talked about internet. Why do you need all these things? Ashrei me, who's disconnected from this. It's all disgusting. Certainly doesn't lead to Yiras Shamayim. It's not a way to raise yourself. So don't complain about the parade. We allowed this to happen. We should have gotten rid of everything that has led to these parades years ago. We shouldn't have allowed this infiltration. And basically that brings us back to what we said earlier, like the 10 tribes. They had their calf worship. They're disconnected from the Beis HaMikdash. Within 20 years, they went back to Baal worship and Asherah worship. Originally, it was just a replacement. It was God worship. The true God was just not in the right place. And once you open up that Pandora's box, you permit one thing, it permitted everything. That's the problem. We have all sorts of societal problems.